Hi all, this is Ajitav and I am back with another video and we'll be discussing on the authorization header, how we have to we send the authorization header or authorization parameter for one request when it is configured with the basic authentication. And before that, yeah, in the previous videos, I got some feedback like the audio is not that clear, and I have tried this time to make the audio more clear. And yeah, let's come to the topic. In the Postman, yeah, we have earlier seen how to do a GET call, and this time I'll be doing one GET call, and I'll show you how I will be sending the authorization for the URL. So let me go here, and what I am going to do is, in the normal way, this is the URL. I'll copy the URL and I'll go to a new tab and try to hit this one. And I'm doing a GET request. I'm not passing anything else. Just I'm sending the request. So you can see I'm not getting any response here, and you can see status is 401 unauthorized. So means the error I'm getting is unauthorized, so I have to send some credentials. There are multiple ways to send the credentials or username password with the request. So you can send the credentials in the query param is something which will be appended with the URL only, API URL. Otherwise, you can use the headers. You can send the authorization through header, or you can send that one through the body. There are multiple formats how we can send the body in Postman, like form data, URL encoded, and raw binary will be helping you to select a file and send the file as the payload. GraphQL is there, and raw is also having multiple options. It is having simple text or JavaScript, JSON, HTML, XML, different formats it is having. And mostly we prefer to send the credentials to query param or through header, authorization header, and thing. I'm not going to send the request in query param because I also don't prefer to use the username password in the URL. So I mostly prefer to send the username password in authorization in the header. So I'll go to the authorization here, and I'm not setting now any header, and I'm just hitting, and I'm getting the 401 authorization. Now what I'll be doing is do one authorization header. I'll add here, so it automatically comes. I selected that, and think like I have one username password, and how we send that one in the authorization header is as it is basic authentication. So I'll be using basic base 64 encoded authorization header. So it will be like username colon password. Then you will be selecting the whole part and make base 64 encoding. For now, let's do one thing. I'll be putting the username is username, colon password is password. Then I'll be selecting plugin commands, and base 64 encoding is there. Yeah, now it is base 64 encoded. And how I have to send the request is authorization will be in the header key, and the value will be basic stands for basic authentication, basic space. Then you will be putting this value, and we will be hitting that one in the authorization header. So now let me go to my Postman, and in the value I am putting base 64 encoded value, and now I'm sending. So I got 200 OK response, and you can see authorization header went like this. If I'll copy and put here, you can see the authorization header is going same value, basic space, base 64 encoded value. And there is another way. If you are not sending it through the authorization header, setting the authorization header, making base 64 encoding, and then adding manually, what we can do, and the Postman provides us multiple options for that. We can select the authorization tab, and you can see there are multiple types of authorizations like API key, bearer, basic authentication, auth 1.0, auth 2.0, AWS, like that. So what I'll be doing, I'll be selecting basic auth here. Now I will be copying the username from here. And what was my username? If I want to decode this one again and get my username password, what I can do? Again, I can go and base 64 decode. So my username is username, and I'll be putting this one to my username, and the password is password. So I'll copy this one and I'll be putting here. Now, if I'm not going to set any authorization header, I'll show you. I'm not setting any authorization header. I only did select the basic auth and put my username password. Now let me hit the request. Yeah, you can see 200. Okay, successful. And again, I'm getting the same authorization in the headers, which is similar to the previous one. But this time I'm not sending authorization, but it is sending automatically. How it is doing, you can see when we are selecting basic auth and passing username password, it's automatically Postman converts that to authorization and base 64 encoding. So, and when I am expanding the headers, you can see automatically authorization and base 64 encoded value is set in by the Postman, and you can see that is the same basic authentication what we are using in the header. This is how we do set the authorization and do the authorization, basic authentication process. And I will show you, other than the Notepad++, you can also use browser to do the base 64 encoding. So just search in Google like base 64 encode. You can see the URL will come base 64 encode.org. Here what you can do, you can put the username here, colon, password in the same way how we do in the Notepad++. Now what I will be doing, do the click on the encode, and you will see this is the encoded value. And if I'll put here and compare, yeah, this is the same base 64 encoded value. So yeah, that's all for this session. We will be doing much more testings here in Postman in the next videos. Thank you. Thanks all. Please provide your feedback and do subscribe. Thanks.